Hi to all. Today we see about the internal and external testing in object-oriented software engineering. Testing is one of the most important activity in object-oriented software engineering. It is a process of evaluating a software to identify defects, verify functionalities, and ensure that the development software meets a specific requirement in an object-oriented system. Software is developed using a class, object inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, and a message passing. Due to the unique characteristics, testing becomes a critical task. The primary purpose of testing is to improve software quality, reliability, performance, and user satisfaction. Testing helps developer identify error earlier and minimize the risk of software failures after deployment. Testing in object-oriented software engineering is broadly classified into internal testing and external testing. Internal testing is focused on internal implementation and structures. External testing is evaluate software from user perspectives. Perspectives. Internal testing is a process of examining a internal structure, logic, code, and implementation of a software components. It ensures that the software is developed correctly according to designing specification and coding standards. Internal testing is carried out by the software developed and developed team during the coding and integration phases of an SDLC, and the primary goal in identifying coding effects, logic errors, and implementation is used before the software reaches and users. The and then the objectives of testing is verify program logic, detect a coding error, valid classic functionalities, ensure a proper object interaction, and improve software quality, reduce development cost, verify program logics, ensure all the algorithm and logic operations functionalities, detect coding errors, and identify a syntax error, runtime error, and then interconnected calculations. Validate if a classific functions are verifies every class performance. It's an intended functions in the OS system. In improve software quality. Improve quality is an easily detected detection contributes to software reliability and maintainability. And then reduce a cost. Earlier detection prevents a costly fix during the later phases. Here types of internal testing. There are three types of internal testing: unit testing, interaction testing, and then a white box testing. Unit testing is a process of testing individually software units, classes, methods, functions, or modules independently to ensure each components perform correctly in isolation. Example, payroll management system. And then benefits: early defects detection, easier debugging, improve code quality. And then here next one is an interaction testing. Interaction testing is verifying the interaction between multiple software units after unit testing. It ensures class dependent functions correctly. Usages there types of interaction testing is top down testing, bottom up testing, sandwich testing. And then next type is a white box testing. White box testing is examines the internal code structure and implement the test has a complement knowledge of the source code. Techniques are statement coverage, branch coverage, path coverage, and loop testing. And then next one is class testing. And the next one is class testing. Since object-oriented software engineering are built around classes and class testing, verify the attributes, methods, constructors, access modifier, and inheritance structures. Object-oriented testing focus on, and the next one is an object-oriented software object-oriented interaction testing. Focus on a communication among objects, verify a message passing, method inconvention, data sharing, and collaboration between objects. Advantages of interaction internal testing is The advantages of internal testing is an early detection of defects before software reaches a user, improve code quality through the optimization and refinement, easier maintenance on a well-tested code, reduce deployment cost by fixing defects earlier, better reliability with the constant software behaviors. Limitation of interaction testing is a required source code knowledge. Then a tester must understand programming. Their limitations in main limitation is time consuming and cannot validate business requirement or users. And then next one is external testing. The external testing is evaluate software from a user perspective without examining the internal structures. The primary purpose is to determine whether the software satisfies customer requirement and perform correctly in a real world situation. External testing is performed by quality assurance team, test engineer and customer end to end. Objectives are valid user requirements, verifying functionalities, assess real world performance, improve user satisfaction, and then determine the deployment readiness. The next one is types of external testing. Evaluate the complete integrated software system against functional and non-functional requirements. Type of external testing is functional testing, performance testing, security testing, usability testing and reliability testing. The advantages of an external testing is valid user expectation and customer requirements, improve user satisfaction and confident in the software. Limitations of external testing is cannot be detected internal coding defects. It's very expensive. The comparison of an internal and external testing is the main focus of internal and external testing is an internal code logic and structure, and then external testing functional behaviors and requirements. Performance are internal testing are performed by developers, external testing are performed by testers. Internal testing code knowledges are required, external testing code knowledge is not required. Internal testing approaches are white box testing, external testing approaches are black box testing. Internal testing goal or verification, external testing goal or validation. Internal testing test stages are during development, external testing stages are after interaction. And then internal testing error detection is coding and logic errors. External testing error detection is functional and requirement defects. There are internal testing examples are unit and interaction testing, and then external testing examples are system and acceptance testing. Finally, importance in object-oriented system is encapsulation, dynamic binding, inheritance, object collaboration, polymorphism, and reusability. Encapsulation is testing verify data hiding and controlled access. Inheritance ensure the inherited method behave correctly. Polymorphism is confirm proper method execution and at runtime. And then dynamic binding, it is a valid runtime method selection. And then object collaboration is ensure smooth interaction among objects. And then reusability is verify reused classes, functions and correctly in a different context. In conclusion, the testing is a functional fundamental activity in object-oriented software engineering, and that ensure software quality, reliability, and customer satisfaction. Internal testing focus on verifying the internal implementation, code structure, classes, and object interaction through the techniques such as unit testing, integration testing, and white box testing. External testing focus on validating software functionality and user requirement through system